I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Let me shine a little light.
It was a cold April morning under the constellation Aries. The moon was 85% under the luminaries. From the celestial waters to the womb, my soul was carried. Then my mother gave birth to a warrior and visionary. Sometimes when I speak truth, I feel like no one hears me. But every once in a while, I can sight to someone blind, floating on their globe in a heliocentric lie. Their pupils dilate the more they open their eyes. The truth is hidden in plain sight, just like a disguise. What's good, everyone? Peace. I'm dropping this video about meat that's being grown in chambers or a bioreactor, as you can see here. Now, check this website out. It's insane. Peace. Everybody, peace, peace, and more peace. So, I was watching something and I came across someone mentioned this website and I went to it. It's called bitelabs.org. And yeah, it's explaining how it all starts here. Let's see. And how they grow meats in the lab. Let's see if it talks about it. Let's see. James Franco, right? It says he's sexy. He's artsy, right? It says the Franco salami must be smoky, sexy, and smooth. Franco's meat will pair with lean, strong venison, sharp telly cherry peppercorns, and caramelized onions provide Franco's underlying flavors, complemented by a charming hint of lavender. The Franco salami taste will be arrogant, distinctive, and completely undeniable. Jennifer, all these people, look, they're supposedly taking, let's see the process. We start with top quality ingredients and time-honored recipes for the creation of fine cured meats. We mix celebrity and animal meats. Let me rephrase that. We mix celebrity and animal meats grown in-house through a proprietary culturing process into curated salami blends, starting with biopsied myoblast cells. We grow our healthy, rich meats in Bite Labs' own bioreactors. Bioreactors, huh? So I'm going to post the bioreactor. And Dr. Kurian, I'm going to make a short clip about him after this. But we're going to check the rest of his website out because it says our process yields high quality luxury protein in a sustainable manner that eliminates the environmental and ethical concerns associated with traditional livestock production. Really? So instead it's supposed to be eco-friendly, right? To me, it's just tricking people into eating people. And yeah, that's a little disturbing here. So that's the process, I guess, huh? Okay, well, anyone could go look at this website, as you can see it up here at the top. We're going to look into the doctor who created these what was the word? Hold on, let me go back down. Sorry, everyone. Bioreactors. We're going to look into that right now. What's good, everyone? This is part 2. This is from the website. It is... Well, I know I looked up... it's under the science of cultivated meat. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing because, as you can see, look how long. I mean, this thing is long, long, long. I'll be here for over an hour. So it says learn about the bioprocess, design perimeters, or parameters critical to develop of cultivated meat. The bioprocess design. So let's listen to this introduction. It says if the goal of cultivated meat production is to significantly reduce the levels of meat consumption from industrial animal agriculture, in turn reduce the associated negative impacts, then large quantities of meat will need to be produced affordably and efficiently. The first cultivated meat product was sold in Singapore in December of 2020, the year of vision, right? With several other cultivated meat prototypes taste tested, including duck, chicken, salmon, yellowtail, shrimp, pork sausage, foie gras, fish maw, fat, beef meatballs, beef hamburgers, and beef steak strips, amongst others. However, moving from bench scale methods to pilot scale and commercial scale production requires an influx of talented scientists from a wide array of disciplines in order to solve significant technical hurdles in cell biology and engineering optimizations. These hurdles, potential strategies for solutions, and the roadmap to scaling cultivated meat are discussed below. So the bioreactors is the picture I showed you, the diagram. There's many different types of bioreactors from what I researched. I just picked one because there's so many different ones. You know, I try to make these videos short as possible, and there's so much information. But yeah, let's read this quick. The bioreactor. It says, although cultivated meat products for taste testing have been produced using standard cell culture dishes and stacked flasks, growing cultivated meat at scale will require the use of bioreactors in volumes up to or beyond several thousand liters. This fundamental switch is how cells are grown, brings in additional considerations such as gas exchange, heat transfer, shear stress, mixing, and foaming, which are not a common concern to the standard cell culture technician. Sorry, I had to put don't disturb, so, you know. It says, while many of these techniques can be borrowed from industries such as cell therapies, recombinant protein production, or production of other biologics, considerable optimizations are required in order to move cultivated meat beyond taste testing events and toward market readiness. This will require an interdisciplinary effort amongst cell biologists and chemical, mechanical, and bioprocessing engineers. A variety of methods can be selected for scaling cultivated meat production past bench into pilot and commercial scales. Broadly speaking, these methods can be broken up categorically into batch, fed batch, continuous, and perfusion. In batch culture, a vessel is filled with a fixed volume of media, and cells are grown to their maximum density before being harvested or transferred to a larger vessel. In fed batch culture, cells grown in a vessel are fed fresh medium from an in-line, independent feed vessel at variable rates in order to maximize properties such as exponential cell growth or cell densities. In continuous culture, cells are grown in a vessel and fresh medium is added via an inline feed vessel at an optimized flow rate. while product cells or medium are simultaneously collected in an independent collection vessel at the same or alternative rate. Lastly, perfusion culture is a subset of continuous culture wherein the cells are retained via a substrate or collection method, permitting medium recycling, integration, and high cell densities. Is a smaller space, and each method has potential benefits and caveats, and it is possible that multiple methods may be used throughout a cultivated meat bioprocess. There are many different bioreactor designs to choose from that can be separated based on how the medium is mixed and whether the cells are grown in suspension or adhered to a solid surface. For animal cell culture, the most commonly used bioreactor is a continuous stirred tank reactor. I think that might be the one I showed you guys in the picture. It says, as it offers greater long-term sterility and reduced bubbling versus airlift reactors at scale, Meyer and Minas and Schmidhalter in 2017. That's a funny name. In general, continuous stirred tank reactors permit growth of cells in suspension via mechanical stirring while maintaining high mass transfer of oxygen. Similar suspension growth results can be obtained with rocking platform bioreactors or vertical wheel bioreactors. I'll show a picture of these at the end of this video. Albeit at smaller maximum scales, suspension growth can also occur with attachment-dependent cells through the use of microcarriers. Current cell therapy and biopharmaceutical industry trends show preference for stirred tank and rocking platform bioreactors and disposable single-use systems up to 6,000 liters. Single-use bioreactors have the advantage of not requiring heated sterilization, discussed later, saving on turnaround time, cross-contamination, water, energy, and sensor cost. Therefore, single-use bioreactors may be a favorable option when considering scale-out methods of production. However, the comparably lower value of a batch of cultivated meat product versus a biologic drug or human cell therapy means the single-use technologies would likely not make economic sense for cultivated meat unless current models can be made more affordable. Blah blah blah, as it goes on and on. I'm not going to keep reading because it's just talking about, optimizations. There are many important variables that can affect a bioprocess when scaling. These include efficiency of mass transfer, avoidance of inhomogeneities, heat dissipation, impeller shape and speed, dissolved oxygen, and reactor geometry, amongst others. Each can be affected differently depending on the cell type, scale, and intended downstream use. Adjustments for these variables are likely to be adapted from existing platforms from the cell therapy and biologic fields or assisted by novel engineering and custom tailored to specific bioprocess. Shear stress. One important consideration when scaling animal cells is how to deal with shear stress. Shear stress is the mechanical force induced by the friction of liquid on a cell's surface. Nerum 1991. Animal cells are generally more susceptible to shear stress than their microbial counterparts due to lack of cell wall. I want to, here we go. Excuse me. I think these are one of the bioreactors right here, if I'm not mistaken. That's a stirred tank bioreactor. I want to see, so I want to know what people think about this as I scroll down here. This thing's long. You know, I personally will not eat meat grown in a lab, number one. Like, our ancestors have been eating meat for how long? But they didn't have all sorts of stuff put in the animal. You know what I mean? So and you know, the whole thing of animals is people, even the Indians, Aboriginals, whatever name you want to use, or the tribes, they wouldn't hunt to just hunt. They hunted to use an entire animal, and they would thank Mother Earth and thank the animal. Nowadays, people just kill animals to kill them. They fish to fish, and I just feel as though stuff like this is just complete disrespect to Mother Earth. And you know, when they're adding human DNA, it says when I put the first website I put, that's insane, man. I'm not eating people. That's crazy. It's using animal cells and human to grow meat. I guess it really isn't going to talk about it more. This thing's just talking about the systems and the way it's grown. And most of what I said in the beginning is just they're saying it over and over in here. How much the automation. So it's all about cost savings, they're saying, and to stop the killing of animals. But I just wanted to. Alright, that's the end. I wanted to get this out here. I didn't want to read this whole entire thing. People get the point. And if anyone wants to research, that would be your best bet. I just wanted to. I really didn't want to make this a huge project. I just came across this topic, and I really know some people know about it, but not everybody. And I wanted to put it out there, so when people go to the store and they're shopping in the meat section, because it says that they haven't got it in the stores yet. That's what it just stated. When was this article? They said it's not in the stores yet. But in 2020 they had a taste test in Singapore, as we read in the beginning. But who knows? They always say one thing and do another. So, you know, just keep an open mind when you're shopping in the store. When you're looking at meat, think about the bioreactors and how they're growing meat in labs. And I just want to thank everyone for watching. Let me know in the comments if you know about this already, or if you don't. I would love to know. And if you don't agree with anything I say, you're welcome to leave it in the comments. You know, I'm not a hater. You know, everyone, I personally think that everyone should think in their own way. You know, it's anyone's right to believe what they want. Whether, you know, if it's factual and you don't want to believe the facts, that's on you. I'm not here to force anyone to believe anything. You're supposed to do your own research, come to your own conclusion. You know, if it's factual, then, you know, I kind of disagree. If you don't agree with something that's factual, you know, like, that's on you, man. I'm not going to sit here and down people because they don't believe facts that I say, or I'm just not like that. You know, I'm here for the truth, and if people don't like that, that's on them. But salute to everybody, and thanks for watching. Like I said, please leave something in the comments, and if you don't agree, you're also welcome to, man. Peace.